Borderlands 2 Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. What are we going to do? Sir Hamster Lot. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here.
Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise are clear.
Let's go this way. Claptrap? Jesus.
Protect me, Squire!
Hey! It's just not conform to my range.
These are human beings with lives and families and... totally kidding. Screw those guys!
Trying to think of a name for that diamond pony I bought. I was gonna call it Piss for Brains in honor of you, but that just feels immature. Hey, maybe Butt Stallion? Nah, that's even worse. I'll tell you what, I'll give it some more thought.
Nate, out! Like that? Look at the face, just look at him.
You looking at my shadow? Yeet. Oh, come on.
I should probably clarify. The diamond horse I've been telling you about, it's not a sculpture or anything. It's a living horse that actually happens to be made of... Well, actually, I'll go get her. Butt Stallion! Here you go. Butt Stallion. Say hello. Yeah. Butt Stallion says hello.
Butt Stallion says hello.
Take this! Light the fuses, bitches! I'm ready to blow!
He sure said hello. Looks like he dropped his name. Be sure to equip it.
I regret everything!
Come on, minion! Andiamo! Vámonos, minion! Arriba, arriba! Ragged, fragged, lock gate! Oh! Idea! Minion! Get on that cannon! Just blast this
Chew
gate
'em
down.
up, honey.
But don't do shut the gate now, that could cause serious damage to me. Whoa!
Challenge down. That's right, start running! Suck on that! Rising in the ring.
So, I might have tried to stage a mutiny on Captain Flint's ship before... Flash freeze, which explains why his men are currently beating the crap out of me. Right, guys? Shut up! Okay!
Wasn't so challenging.
Check the inventory. Trash, 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 trash. I opened my inventory and realized that there's a lot more trash than there needed to be. Everywhere I turned, more trash appeared. Truly a sad day in Pandora.
Tom's got a new friend, huh? I gotta say, I missed the little hunk of junk. The noises he made when we set him on fire brings a tear to my eye.
4-1 for the turret. That's right, let her mow you down.
That's my favorite thing right now. Oh, play it. Play it.
At the sound of Heaton screaming for his life, it will be 2:30. Wait! Oh God, wait! See you again at 2:35.
Wait! Oh God! Wait! What we got? What we
Few
got?
of you have asked me why I keep playing these pre-recorded messages on a loop. Well, I've got a great answer for you. A red-hot poker to the eye. Isn't that right, Claptrap? That's Captain Flint to you.
keep a shotgun for the later mission. I just remembered, so. And I got rid of my sniper rifle. Both of them.
I'm legally obligated to tell you that I ain't.
Got a proposition for you two. You and Lappy be our personal torture buddies for life, and we won't kill you.
Turn
Take
it out!
over. Take your time.
I don't think that was a good position for turret, but whatever.
Grenade out!
Ow! Guys, you don't have to beat me up. We can talk this through, right? Here, I'll do it for you. Hey, Cliptrap, how are you? Second, Flint. My new minion's a bona fide badass. Protect me, Flint!
Wow, that happened.
Stairs? I can't climb stairs. Let's find another way up.
Kaboom!
Great! Find the controls.
Big guy coming! That's the best you got!
Okay, going back to the right now.
Apache's garage. Welcome to my humble shop. Farewell, friend.
Come on out, Flint! Your
It's killing time!
has returned!
It's our new torture dolls, boys! Let's turn up the heat!
Oh, strangers! I'm so sorry, Mr. Flint! Please, don't burn me again!
Challenge complete. Wow. Challenging.
You're the most fearsome warrior this glacier has ever seen, pal! Alright, now we've just gotta get to my ship. There she is! Me mighty vessel! Lower her into the water, you salty dog! And now, to set, let us set sail!
We're near Sanctuary, buddy. You go on ahead. Tell the locals what will require for my welcome back.
Sanctuary's off limits. You bloodshots can stay in your hole.
I see you!
Awesome. Why don't you boys run on back to your camp?
Oh, good idea. I think we'll just turn around and head back to our... Die!
Pandora is a violent and dangerous place. Sanctuary is slightly less so. You'll need a card to reach the city gate. Get to the catcher ride.
How'd that feel, huh? Splooge!
This machine will
He's a fine.
Damn it. Oh, sorry. Darn it. A man named Scooter controls these catch-a-ride machines. He may be short a few chromosomes, but he's a savant when it comes to vehicles. He's locked the station to prevent the bandits from using it, but I'm reading an inactive Hyperion bot in the Bloodshot kit. If you can attach its interface adapter to the catcher ride, I can hack the machine and get your car.
I regret. My mommy is going to be so mad. Nice. Just a drop on my tongue.
Just attach the adapter onto the catcher ride, and I'll get you a free car.
Welcome, customer. I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
Executing phase shift.
Rescinding lockdown.
Wait a moment while I hack the catcher ride.
Authorized user accepted. Enjoy the ride, and there's a pimento taco in the glove box.
Cool. Try requesting another car. Charmer, that one. You should now... Great. Now head to Sanctuary and find Roman. He'll want to meet the Vault Hunter who stared down Handsome Jack and lived.
Sometimes you're so unburdened with things like intelligence, culture, morality, honor, ambition. Good lords, I could go on, but I won't. But I can. Dignity! I almost forgot to mention dignity! Easy, blood stallion. Easy.
Let us in, Grinder! We're only gonna kill every last one of you! For 3 pounds of
Sanctuary, you bloodshot skagligs. Hold up. You're a Vault Hunter. Just a sec. Roland wanted to talk to you. Let me echo in. Oh, so you're the one I've been hearing all this radio chatter about. Name's Roland. I used to be a Vault Hunter like you. intel I formed the Crimson Raiders. We'll catch up when I get back to Sanctuary. For now, I need your help. My men tell me Corporal Reese hasn't returned the power core that we need to keep the city's shields running. Bring Reese back to Sanctuary, and you'll have earned your place in the Raiders.
Roland's contacted you? Good. Listen to what he says. He can help us defeat Jack.
Goddamn bloodshots, there's too many of them. If anyone can hear me, I need help!
You're skag bait, Grinder!
Vault Hunter? Didn't think I raided that much of a rescue. One of those psychos ran off with the power core. Without it, Sanctuary will be defenseless. Get that core back to Sanctuary. I'm just gonna take a nap. Wake me up when I'm not on Pandora and
Reese is dead? He was one of the first Crimson Lancemen I recruited to the Raiders. Get that power core back, and while you're at it, kill some bandits for Reese. It's what he would have wanted.
Looks like you've got an area waypoint. Sometimes your Echo device can't find the precise location of what you're looking for. Search the area marked by the big-ass green circle on your minimap. Your objective is somewhere in that area.
We're all gonna die! Thank you.
The Resistance lost a good man today, but I'm sure Reese would have been happy to know how quickly you wiped out those bloodshots.
Say hello, beautiful.
That's the power core. Great. Jack won't destroy Sanctuary today, at least. Now get back to the city. We'll meet up once I get there. Welcome to... Crimson Raid. Oh, damn it. I'm being attacked. I'll see you. Is a message to Sanctuary, the last stronghold of the Resistance. Pandora, as you knew it, the Chaos, the Bandits, that time has passed. If you let it, this could be an era of order, of peace. Just turn yourselves in and Roland, is that you? Oh, it's the Vault Hunter. Get it! Hey, you like my speech? I was lying about the last part, by the way. I'm gonna spend a long time torturing you. Made it to Banditville, huh? Well done! It'll be nice to see a friendly face when I'm burning that place to the ground. Oh, and I have decided that I will tell you my secret later on, once you burn it.
You're the one Commander Roland was talking about. The one who faced Jack and lived. Look, we need your help bad. But first things first, plug that power cord into the shield generator. Good, that ought to last us a day. Roland was supposed to bring us some intel on how to stop Jack.
With him missing, we really need your help. Jessup, stand up straight! We got a Vault Hunter headed your way!
We will succeed. Constant vigilance. We'll make it through this. The Resistance has needed something like this for a while now. It's an...
Oh my god.
Commander Roland never came back to the Resistance mission. Left very specific orders for this contingency.
Which you can help carry out. Go meet with the town mechanic.
Crap. I mean, darn. Roland needs your help. Without you, the Crimson Raiders don't stand a chance against Jack. Please find out where Roland's gone. Sanctuary.
Oh, crap. Is you Hyperion? I heard all of you were robots and you eat metal out the garbage and stuff. Knew you wired death machines be come for me once Roland went missing. Now, if you're here to kill me, you should probably know. You'll never take me alive, you robotic son of a bitch! Wait a minute. Ha! Well, hang me upside down from a telephone. Now, you gonna help us out with this Roland situation? I heard them Crimson Raider dudes talking about it. Roland told me if you ever disappeared, I was supposed to initiate Plan B. Or as I like to call it, Plan turn this city into a floating ass fortress of airborne awesomeness. Ha ha! B. I got some fuel cells around here. You'll need those. Oh, you'll need this iridium here too.
Red Rock.
Town and plug those 2 fuel cells into the ignition primers. You're gonna need a third, which is why I gave you that here Red Rock. You can buy the last cell from Earl's Black Market.
Careful though, Earl's crazy. He ate one of my cars once. Yeah, the whole car. Just like with a fork.
Minion! Where have you been? I was going to show you the shortcut to Sanctuary, but you wandered off. I also can't help but note a considerable lack of welcome back claptrap decorations. Oh well, I'm sure I just haven't finished setting them up yet.
I'm starving! I want to eat your babies!
Son, this might sting a bit.
I might not have a med school degree,
Creatures, bandits.
but I fix it just right.
Bandits of Sanctuary. I hear a new Vault Hunter has arrived in your city, so just turn him into me and you'll be rewarded.
Don't worry. This is a recorded message to any Crimson Raiders in the area. Sanctuary has been targeted by 4 Hyperion spies masquerading as bandits. They're hiding out in Three Horns. Find them, kill them, and see if you can figure out why they're here.
There's the one that's on there. I think there's one in Moxie's, which is already shining right there. One by Marcus, and then one in the alleyway. Alright.
This is a message to any Crimson lands left on Pandora.
Vote Bullymon. Rubbish name, isn't it?
That's probably one thing I really hate about these dudes. Always walking in and blocking the doorway.
Catch your name for the beasts.
I'm about to do a sin.
Could I have a refund, please? This gun doesn't seem to work.
I don't know. Looks like it works to me.
There's an XP glitch for helping this dude out.
Landsmen, attention! I only have one question to ask of all of you. One question. Just a few years ago, we were enemies.
Hey, Vault Hunter! If you're gonna be a part of the Crimson Raiders, you better know how to use elemental weapons, don't you think? I just got a crate of spanking new Maliwan elemental weapons. Wanna help me test them out? Now, fire and flesh. Quite a nasty combination. Now, how about these Hyperion? Take that, Jack Lover. Yeah, a few. Now, armored targets like these damned Hyperion. Now, let's try out. Now that he's slapped, it should be easy enough to finish off. Switch to another weapon and hit him again. Great. The weapons work, and you're ready if you want to purchase.
Thank you, Marcus. You're a doll.
Elemental weapons like these, you could always buy some from your friendly neighborhood arms dealer.
If you can hear this, and you're sane enough to understand what I'm saying, head to Sanctuary. I don't care what Jack has told you, or how well defended you think you are. The Hyperion army is coming to wipe you out. If
If you want to survive, you get a gun, you come to Sanctuary, and you join the Crimson Raiders.
Roland said we gotta have an exit strategy just in case he ever disappeared, hence all the fuel cells and whatnot. Bummer though. He really wanted to meet you. Raiders ain't gonna last without some new blood, and given how you shot them bandits up, I'd say you and Blood got an extra special relationship. Like cousins taking a bath together.
What you want? Just buy something, and I'll toss in this crap fuel cell. Just touching it made two of my fingers rot off. I only accept iridium. Cash is for clowns, boy.
Get you a new edition of this just in. Now with 200% more libel.
Hey, thanks for grabbing all that stuff for me. Third-degree burns are best taken in shifts. Now, to see the fruits of your loins, this city is gonna fly! Or not. Damn. Well, now we really gotta find Roland. You know what? Maybe get to Roland's place. I think he might have left a message there for you.
Vault Hunter, get in! Roland left a message for you.
Hey, soldier. You hearing this? I'm in trouble. Right now, you're the only thing standing between this city, hell, the whole planet, and Handsome Jack's army. I left info about my whereabouts in my safe. You can use it to store anything you need. This is your home now. Good luck. This is the Firehawk. Come to Frostburn Canyon or people will die.
The Firehawk? You mean the mass murderer and bounty hunter? Oh, crap! If the Firehawk's got him, Roland's in deep! You gotta get to Frostburn Canyon and rescue his ass!
If Roland has been captured by the Firehawk, he's in danger. You're the only one who can stop Jack, but Roland is the man with the plan, so to speak.
Here.
He knows the best way to strike at Hyperion.
You helped me reach Sanctuary, minion, and
That
for
sounds
that,
right.
you deserve a reward. I have a secret stash hidden very, very far away from where I currently am. In order to find it,
Hey, Roland's boys caught this Hyperion jerkbag trying to sneak into the city. Looks like they messed up his lungs. Dude needs surgery bad. Get over here. You're gonna be my operating assistant. Lee. All right, make a small incision just below his sternum. But be careful, we don't want to nick the coronary artery.
Nicked.
Close enough. An iridium shard.
The Crimson Raiders around.
How many times I tell you idiots, you can't get slag powers by swallowing this stuff? Well, that shard ain't no good in the black market. Didn't refined yet. You could probably take it to that Tannis lady on the other side of town. She's real into that iridium stuff when she ain't acting all hoity-toity because she's got a real doctorate. Oh, and let me know if you're looking for work. I got stuff needs doing. God as my witness. One. I will find a usable spleen.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
I'm hungry. said, Roland, now that Jack has the vault key, it is only a matter of time until he opens the vault. Also, I require a new ventilator. This lab smells of bacon. Bacon is for sycophants and products of incest. After hours of scientific
Come on back whenever you need some healing. As long as you ain't scared of a little tetanus anyways.
Jack better be scared. We're coming for him.
You know what can make a bullet hole that ain't a bullet? 'Cause I freaking don't. I've been seeing...
He's coming from Three Horns. Head down there and find out what kind of weapon's causing them. An old rival of mine named Doc Mercy's using it. And don't let that name fool you. Unlike me, he's more interested in creating wounds and patching them up. Also, unlike me, he actually has a medical license.
One second, Okay, stop the presses. I'm back. And who messaged me? All right. I'm doing the name game.
These bullymongs use those mounds to dispose of their refuse. That suggests a primate-level intelligence. That's it! I shall call them primal beasts. I'll run it by my publishers. In the meantime, blow up some primal beasts with grenades, would you? See how the new name works for you.
Here you go.
Oh, my publishers despise primal beast. Bloody uncultured. All right, what about Farables? They're the most ferocious creatures I've ever seen, and I say that having watched a thresher rip my arm from its socket. Repressed memories, ho! Anyway, take the new name for a spin. Shoot some of the Farables projectiles out of the air. See how that name thrills you.
It's a slinger, so come on, throw some shit.
Bloody balls! One of all is trademarked. Ugh, sod it. I'm so sick of coming up with names. You know what? Bonafart. All of them. That's right, we're calling them Bonafarts now. Just kill a few of them or something. I don't care anymore.
Turret deployed! Autogun's wrecking face!
My publisher says I can't call them Bonafarts. Maybe
Nah, I
Bonafant's
failed
not
that
so
time.
bad after all.
That's cool.
Come on back.
Damn it. Damn it. Do medical mystery.
Pre-recorded message begins.
Ah! The Bloodshots are killing us! Ah!
Pre-recorded message ends.
Found the Happy Pig Motel, huh? Yeah, Bloodshots wiped that place out for good after Roland kicked him out of Sanctuary. You might be able to turn everything back on if you activate that steam pump.
Hold on, I might just brief second search up something. I thought there was like an Easter egg at the Happy Pig Motel. There was something going on with this. Something around this hotel, at least.
Oh man, the steam pumps ain't working either? I see your problem. And I'm gonna take this slow so you can understand, alright? That thing's broke as hell. Yeah, better scavenge some replacement parts from the other pumps near the motel.
Come on. Damn it. Sploosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sploosh. 1, 2, 3, Damn it. I counted it and everything. 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Ayo!
Say hello, darling. See you, bro. Well done, darling. Cool story, bro.
Damn Bullymons love building their homes on these southpaw pumps. Well, best kill that monk so you can get that... Ha! You went and found the gearbox, huh? Man, those gearboxes sure are the cat's unforsaken drawer, as we're wont to say around here. Go ahead and plug her in.
I wonder what happens if I skip all the guys and go to him first.
Keep your mitts off my boy! Find your keepers, close your die!
Now what? Looks like the found was for my client. What good you fancy mid-school degree now? Oh, Mercy. Good job, Vault Hunter. Search his body and see if you can grab that weird-ass gun off him.
You're gonna look good!
Damn, that's it. If I want to treat people shot by E-Tech, I want to need way more words to practice on. Now that you got Doc Mercy's E-Tech gun, why don't you test it out on the local bandits? So it looks like that gun uses iridium tech to turn bullets into stuff that ain't bullets. Energy stuff.
I'm gonna floss my want some of this! Like that?
Doing some research. Looks like there's all types of E-Tech guns out there you can find. Blaster rifles, plasma cannons, rifle guns, dangerously awesome. From this news angle, I took off one of my patients. Looks like all weapon manufacturers licensed E-Tech from Hyperion for their experimental guns. Guess that explains how Hyperion got so rich off that iridium after the vault opened.
This thing eats ammo like a mofo. Ooh, Red Rock. Let's go.
Now, the valve you're looking for is way up at the tip top of that pump. You have to climb your way up that thing like a snort-happy redhead on a slag bin if you want to get at it. Some skag turned off our steam pump. Perforate them! Oh, you got the steam thing! Oh, these pumps used to work off some other tech, but people complained, so they, switched over.
more sucker.
Alright, after watching you blast those bandits with that E-Tech gun, I've come to a medically sound conclusion. E-Tech is freaking dope. Come on back to me whenever you're done out there. I bet you my remaining kidney, that pump right there, still got a working capacitor. Just flip open the bolt case and grab that sucker up. Damn, son! Looks like the Skags ate the hell out of that steam pump's capacitor. Better start popping Skags until one of them drops it.
I can take you all!
Well, that sure looks like the capacitor I was looking for. Hey, side question. Is it weird when I notice the moment you pick something up? You know I can see you in the bathroom? Wait, is that weird? I'm in it like a spying on you in the bathroom out of friendship thing. Well, either way, let's plug that pucker in.
Damn it, Scooter.
Kaboom! I regret nothing.
Well, looks like you got everything you need to repair that steam pump. Just plug in banana boats in, and the bounty board will be as juiced up as an Olympic athlete whose parents have unrealistically high expectations of him.
How?
Pump's ready to go, man. Just turn around and watch the sparks fly.
Hey, you! The Bloodshot's just crippled my last courier, Dino. I'll pay you if you mail these packages out quick enough. Grab the packages when you're ready to deliver them, kid.
Hold on. Okay. Alright.
Your cash ain't worth a thing if you don't spend it. Pleasure doing business. Goodbye, friend. If you shop anywhere else,
Sometimes these floaty jumps bother me. Go, 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 go. You got mail.
Sentry gun prime!
Damn it.
Look into my eyes when I bring the pizza just for you.
Challenge complete.
That's what I wanted to see. Unfortunately, you're fired, because Dino's recovered enough to get back on his route. I haven't recovered. You just duct taped my legs to these pogo sticks. Fit as a fiddle, he is. Anyway, kid, your severance is in the mail.
We're getting class mods now. But I forgot in Borderlands 2, they don't activate unless you put at least one into them. So, there's that.
I'll kill you.
Call of Doo-Doo, Advanced Poo-Poo.
Boom shakalaka! Take it! Screw you!
Wow, sorry about that. Turn that in and go for assassins. Wiggle, wiggle, wobble.
It's a fine day. Full of opportunity. You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure.
so popular.
Deploying sentry! Autoguns wrecking face! Load that turret! You're all gonna die!
Don't stab me, my stuff!
Almost lost my cool there. Damn it. How the hell did I get up there again? There's some cheesy way I got up there. I can always do the grenade jump thing. Ran out. I thought there was a way I used to get up there without having to use grenades. Without using hand grenades. Oh. It was this way, but...
Cats!
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Take this!
She's not a ball buster!
Got him.
Stumps won't touch me! Incoming badass!
Ooh.
Alright, you mindless gun hands. You're looking for a really hot chick with blue tattoos and mystical powers. Aside
You'll
specifically
remember
one
me.
named Lilith. The official reports say she died in New Haven, but I'm positive she's hiding out near Sanctuary. Catch wind of her, tell me and I'll pay you enough money to build a mansion made out of other smaller mansions. Out.
Why don't you kill Grunt? Beats the hell out of basic training.
Okay. Fuse saber turret. Yeah, sure. We'll go there.
Yeah, I just realized you grunts are gonna get yourselves killed without this little tidbit. All sirens are born with different crazy-ass powers. You cannot, I repeat, cannot win a fight with them in one-on-one combat. You see Lilith, contact me immediately. I can handle her. You can't.
Hey, Mama Toes.
Yes, you know.
How you doing? I actually did not have coffee yet. I am having a great morning. I don't know. I think every night that I go to bed after streaming and stuff like that, just considering how far I've come so far and all the nice people I've met, it just makes the days easier. So I really have not had a bad day, regardless of what's going on. I guess that's probably a little bit of a blessing in its own sense. Thank you for saying it's awesome, but you know, I always try to make it clear that, you know, only reason why it is the way it is because of people like you guys. You know, you're the ones that are making this happen. So, you know, thank you. Pat yourself on the back. So no, thank you guys.
She appears to be using iridium to enhance her natural phase-walking abilities. This naturally leads me to assume some unspoken connection between sirens, iridium, and the vault. I have determined two additional things. Firstly, that she finds it irritating when others pluck out strands of her hair under the guise of needing them for scientific experimentation. And secondly, that they taste like olives. Wait, no, fried pickles.
You added me as a friend on Need for Speed? Did you do that last night? Because I don't think I got... Hold on. No, it doesn't. Cause sure, I'll add you. I got no problem with it. With a shotgun. See, the thing is that I know it's a community that likes to help, but I don't know. I guess I just have a history of people always having ulterior motives that I didn't expect this much help. I thought there would be a little bit like of me, having to, drag my own boots and stuff like that. But no, you guys like stuck me in a slingshot. Okay. But yeah, it's like you guys stuck me in a slingshot and just shot me forward. Stupid rocket bullets. Thank you for stopping by. You know how I am. It's always a nice place for people to come and just relax. I don't even care if people just want to lurk. I just want a chill place. People can come. So I'm always thankful when people stop by, say hi, and check up and see how I'm doing. Because nobody ever really has to do that. Damn it! Oh, because he meleeed me.
Brains evidently don't know how to listen. I'll say it again. Stop bringing in fake sirens. Only 6 sirens can exist in the universe at any given time, and I already know of 3. You're not going to convince me you happen to find one of the remaining 3 just by drawing blue tattoos on some random chick's corpse. No, I will admit it was probably amusing the first dozen times you idiots tried it, but now my office smells like blood and marker fumes. So quit it!
Handsome Jack. What do we got? Just greens, yes. Gonna keep that, so delete that. Delete that. I don't know if you have a history with Borderlands 2 or not, but if something seems a little off with like how fast my guns are firing and stuff like that, that's because of this. Like, I shouldn't be this strong, but this was just supposed to be like, just a chill, just speed run playthrough. There's some kind of thing called like a badass tokens hack that I used to boost my stats, because when I first played Borderlands 2, I didn't play with people, and some of the end game stuff on this is ridiculously hard. Like the learning there is no learning curve. The enemies just get to the point where they're so difficult to beat that even with 4 people, it's like near impossible unless you all have like the right guns and all are coordinated. But me, I would play by myself. So that resulted. I can't play the games anymore. The flashes are too much for me to tolerate to play it. True. Did you ever you know about Bunkers and Badasses? That DLC for Borderlands 2? Because that's actually a prime example of of DLC that is just real, but it's too hard to do by yourself. I remember when I I love Bunkers and Badasses. It's like my favorite DLC out of Borderlands 2, and I'm so upset when it came to Borderlands 3 that we have yet to get like Bunkers and Badasses too. But if you ever try to do that DLC by yourself, even if you're like you level up to level 50, which is like the minimum level to like start it, you can't do it by yourself. But like I said, for me, I was a solo gamer, so like I did the badass token hack to get me through all this trouble by myself because I wanted to see the ending of that stuff. I wanted to be able to complete it, but the way they did the difficulty in this game, it just skyrockets to the point where the stats don't even make sense anymore. And to be fair, the point I stopped, like I find that having it right here at about 400%, this is like the perfect. I can do damage to them, but if I don't pay attention and kind of go brainless, they still can kill me. So like it even those stats I have it out do even out once it gets to those harder parts.
Why loot the dead when you can buy from me?
Yeah, man. I can't wait to get to Bunkers and Badasses on this part. But I'm doing an Axton playthrough because I've never used him. Taonetta, you're new here. Hey, how are you doing? Good morning. Welcome to my stream. I don't know if you saw by like my own bio description. Yeah, I know. I'm great. I don't know if you saw from like the description on my streams like that. This is just a chill place. You know, I just like people coming here and just relaxing. Oh, if you got problems, you know, feel free to rent them. I'll try to help you through them. There's a lot of people who actually do stop by and do that. But for the most part, if you want to lurk, you want to lurk. If you want to watch me and give game suggestions or challenges, you can do that too. I don't consider myself, you know, to be a pro gamer, but I think I'm decent enough that I can at least get you through the playthrough. in a decent time. Like I'm not gonna this isn't gonna take me a whole week to do. But yeah, I so a little bit about me. So there's all three Borderlands 3 games hit me hard in the worst way. My first character ever in Borderlands 1 was Roland. Okay? And as you know, my dude gets murked in this game. I don't really care for spoilers. This game is what, like 10 years old. Roland dies. Guess who was my first pro build in Borderlands 1? It was Mordecai and Bloodwing. Bloodwing gets killed. Guess who was my first and favorite character for Borderlands 2? Maya. I don't know if people are sticking with the Borderlands series in this chat right now. But basically, Gearbox is killing off every character I started off with. So I don't know if you guys know about Borderlands 3 and the characters there, but my main is Moze. So heads up for Borderlands 4. She's probably dying in Borderlands 4. Like when they dusted Maya in Borderlands 3, oh man, I was losing my shit. I was like, I can't handle this. They're killing off every character I care about. Exactly. So, Taonetta, what's it like being the most OP character in Borderlands 1? There was nothing stopping Lilith. Alright. Oh, I'm in danger? Would be a damn shame if I just stopped time and transported my whole body through the fabric of reality. Come back and blow everything up with every element known to man. Meanwhile, here I am with my fucking bird on my shoulder, hiding behind a rock and hoping that Bloodwick can kill everything. And if I'm not Mordecai, I'm rolling, just hoping my Scorpio turret is healing me enough to counteract the damage. No, Cromarax, no, stop with all the enemies. Leave me alone. Nah, Lilith can solo that. All right, where am I heading? Frostborn Canyon. On to Gage. So you played Borderlands 2 on the aimbot mode. Her whole kit is if I don't shoot them, my bullets will still find a way. I love her. I love Gage. But I remember when they advertised her, they had literal what is it, commercials where it'd be like the hard avid gamer guy, but he wants to play a game with his girlfriend. So they was like, well, why don't let her play Gage? But I had a friend who played Gage for that reason as well. She but the thing is, she actually was in love with Gage as well. She's like, I don't know what it is. To be honest, looking back at it, she actually looks like Gage, minus like the robotic arm and stuff. But yeah, it was an interesting thing. I think of the characters in here, so I've never done an Axton build. To be honest, when I first played Borderlands 2, I started off with 0, but then I quit mid playthrough with him. Not because I didn't like him, but I don't know what it was to get the unicorn loot. Oh. You're fine. Just trying to get the unicorn. You're fine. It's okay. I got fat thumb syndrome too. It's okay. Exactly. So, if we're gonna be talking about Borderlands in general, I want to say something for right now. Okay. I'm a person who does not have a problem with a strong female lead, whether it be the hero or the villain. But they did the Calypso twins horribly, in my opinion. And there's a theory of mine, because if you actually pay attention to the route that they were going with it, where I felt like Troy was supposed to be the main villain. And then they just canceled it just to appease to a crowd of having a female lead. But I thought it would have been a better story if Troy came out of nowhere. I mean, there's literally a fucking mission where he's sapping the life out of his sister. And if you listen to what he says, he's tired of her being the center of the world. He is ready to kill her at any moment in time. He just doesn't do it because whatever reason. And then on top of all of that, he's the first male siren you see. I thought it was such a big opportunity to have like a story like just kind of like twist, and then they just let it go just so what's her name? See, I don't even like her. I remember Troy better. Tyreen. Just so Tyreen can stay as the lead. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the female lead. I thought, like, to be honest, if they did something where like she did die and they let Troy become like the surprise main antagonist, I would have respected her for what role she played. Not even lying. I would have been like, dang, like, cause Tyreen up until that point is that annoying nuisance of a villain, and she fills that role. But then like it gets so redundant right after Troy dies. Like nothing just makes sense. Now she just sounds like a whiny teenager, and then like she finally gets what she wants, becoming like the main bad villain. But it seemed kind of lackluster and rushed in my opinion. Like, I have no problem with the female lead. I just felt like they did her so bad. And then, like, because they did her bad and they didn't like, switch it over. Yeah. But, so, you're new here, Tailnetta. The reason why I do all these precautions and stuff like that is because, I want my stream to be kind of controversy-free. everybody has their different views, everybody has their different perspectives. So I go out of my way to make it known to people that this is what I think. But as me, I'll still respect what you view. So like, I'm not saying that you're bringing up any controversy, but like all those hoops that you just saw me jump through and stuff like that, it was for that reason. I don't know who's lurking. I don't know who's listening. I'm not really trying to offend people. I'm just saying, like, I really just wanted a good story. I don't really care who's the lead. I don't care. Like, I remember, like, here's an example of agendas being pushed in a game. Um, I don't know if you've played into the DLCs for Borderlands 3 yet, but the Hammerlock DLC with his marriage and stuff like that. Um, you know, uh, there's homophobic people out there, and Hammerlock is gay. And I don't care. But one of the things I could tell, like, they were pushing that agenda was having Hammerlock and Wainwright kiss, and they had like that super zoom in on like that. To me, I was like, I felt like there was too much of an agenda to push. Like, they're gay, they're gay, they're gay. I know, and I don't care. I was actually really happy for Hammerlock getting married and stuff like that. But I don't like it when industries push agendas like that. I knew Hammerlock was gay since Borderlands 2. You can figure all that out. And I liked who he was in just Borderlands 2. And I just felt like when it came to Borderlands 3, there were so much things that they changed just to push certain agendas. Like, they got rid of being able to call people midgets. They called them tinks and stuff like that. And I'm like, that Borderlands, I felt like, was like the perfect mix of I would say, like, dark humor and jokes. You get what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't take any of this seriously. It's gonna be somewhat offensive, but it's never anything to really demean people, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it's really just a shooter with some crazy jokes and crazy people that you come across, all with different views and stuff like that, all with different histories. Some are gay, some are lesbians, some are bi. Like, but like Borderlands 3 just got rid of all of that. And in some sense, it feels like there were some people who were like hidden behind stuff that were still trying to make Borderlands 3 feel like Borderlands 2 and 1, but they got overpowered. Example being having Tyrene as the female lead. If you really look close at how the story plays out, I honestly thought that like Troy was gonna be the main lead, and it would have been so freaking awesome if he was. There's so much stuff that leads up to that, and then it just doesn't happen. He gets so angry. There's little audio logs that you can find around certain worlds where it's like you can clearly tell, like, he's like almost like plotting something, and then nothing happens. And so I was like, that's where like the story for me gets like lackluster, because I was like, they just gave up. And it's like that's what you can clearly see where the industries start trying to push agendas instead of actually making a fun game. But I stuck with it. I still played Borderlands 3 because I actually like the gameplay. I think when it comes to actually how the game functions and the guns you come across and stuff like that, it is definitely a step up. But for me, I just enjoyed the Borderlands world and stuff like that, and the crazy people that you come across. Example of characters that I loved in Borderlands 3, Clay, the people person. Like, you only see so much of him, but he's perfect that way. That's what I want more of. Can you just, like, can we go back to making simplistic characters that don't have to have all these layers? And I even got upset with Ava. So obviously Maya being the character I love, and Ava being a brat, I was one of those people that hated her guts when that happened, when Maya dies. But here, this is what I'm talking about by agendas and stuff like that. If you buy the director's cut, like I said, I was still investing in Borderlands 3, so I bought the director's cut. There's a hidden cut scene that they should have included in the main game. Not only do they have a funeral for Maya, but Ava actually has a redemption arc when she explains what goes on. She actually goes out of her way and apologizes to Lilith. Instead of it being that awkward speech that happens on the deck and then everybody just walks away and basically they treat Maya like nothing ever happened, there was actually some legit content that would have made that whole situation make more sense and also have you have more respect for Ava. Honestly, check it out if you haven't seen it. and I was so upset that wasn't included. There's a reason why people hate the Borderlands 3 story, and it's because of stuff like that. Here I'm in this weird phase where it's like, so I no longer hate Ava. What I did to like appease to myself, and like get me through it, is what I did is I imagined that scene actually happened. I'm going based off of what I felt like people who got, put down by their bosses and stuff like that, or whatever reason it didn't get put in. I try to personally imagine that scene actually took place, and that has actually had me have more respect for Ava. And it also makes more sense why Lilith just hands her the key to the map key at the end of Borderlands 3 too. Like a lot of things you're like, what the hell? Why are you giving it to Ava? What the hell is going on? And what the hell is going to be Borderlands 4? A lot of that is explained in one deleted scene that includes her and Lilith and Maya's funeral. It's ridiculous, and they didn't put it in there. I almost want to start like a GoFundMe and be like, yo, can we get like this scene edited into the game at least, so it can be canon? Like, I honestly suggest checking it out. It's crazy that they would do that. I don't feel like killing these guys because I think there's a mission here, and they won't respawn in enough time for me to complete it. So we're just gonna bum rush through these guys. Woo! But yeah, every character I've picked has died. The story is bull because I feel like they cut corners and it could have been so much more. But I still play it because I actually like Moe's. I like going around and blowing stuff up.
We're gonna make the Firehawk choke to death on his own feces!
But yeah, I advise checking it out. I'm sorry if I babble sometimes. What other games do I like to play? And I keep on forgetting to do this. I have a lot of games. So a little bit about me. Like I said, I was a solo gamer, so I have a lot of more story-driven games. Fallout 4, Skyrim. I have all the Borderlands. I do sometimes hack and slashes with like Dynasty Warriors. I've played all the Call of Duties. Like, my library is very wide in range. And it's hard for me to go just like off the top of my head. Every time I go to my PlayStation menu, it locks out. So let me see real quickly. It's my screen's probably gonna black out for a second. So hold up for a second. You'll still have the audio. So for for story-driven games, I have Mass Effect, Far Cry, Persona, God of War, Star Wars Fallen Order, The Witcher, Dragon Age Inquisition, Diablo 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed 3, Fallout, Skyrim, Monster Hunter, Iceborne, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, which I haven't started. I don't know why I got it and I haven't played it. I have started the Nathan Drake collection. I have all the Batman Arkham games. I started BioShock. Finished Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Cyberpunk. I do like artsy type games sometimes. So like Subnautica is more like an artsy game for me because it's like indie. No Man's Sky. I've dabbled with Minecraft. Like, my library is really wide in range. And then there's like racing games with Need for Speed Heat. I have Steep, which is the snowboarding game, Wreckfest, Wipeout, which is like this old like arcade racer game, Burnout Paradise, Trial. Like, my library is wide and far. Oh, Monster Hunter? Yo, I'm an OG in that. So, well, not an OG. My first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS. And I kid you not, I don't know what it was, but I spent the first 200 hours of playing that game not knowing what the hell I was doing. Um, uh, I didn't know that builds were important. I got my ass handed to me by the Jaggy. And it was like this, but the thing is I was like, I knew that the game got good ratings. I knew that the game was highly recognized as a popular game. Just not so much in America, more in Japan, but still popular enough. And I was like, why is this a good game? And then on top of it, like, it's still, like, weirdly enough, even though I was losing, because I think I was decent enough at gaming in general, I could live, but then I would still end up dying on my third cart, and so not getting anywhere. So it was like that little tease of like, I know I can beat this, but I'm still not. So I slowly got better. I used to rock completely horrible builds, like just throw on any bit of armor, and didn't know what was going on. And eventually, I don't know what happened. So like my first weapon was a sword and shield, obviously, and then I dabbled a bit with the longsword. I touched the charge blade, and I couldn't handle it. And this was in like the first 200 hours of playing that game. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I don't know what it was, but eventually after that 200-hour hump, I went back to the charge blade. And I don't know what it was, but it just freaking clicked. I mean, I'm talking out like guard points and everything like that, changing the weapon and like controlling the files and stuff like that. It just clicked. That's my main. That's why, I don't know if you can tell, but like my icon symbol is the charge blade. I'm a charge blade main now. I don't mess with anything else. Quarantine game when COVID hit. The insect glaive. That's another one. Insect glaive isn't so much for me. I don't know what it is. I think I'm a little bit more of a slower paced hunter. Like I don't like, because I'm a charge blade user, I can't really handle flying enemies. And like I said, I know I should switch my weapon and like take down flying enemies with like either a bowgun or using the insect glaive, something that actually keeps me close to them. But me, I don't know. I there's something about just like dealing with like just a Rathlos, for example, and like he's the king of the skies, doesn't come down at all, but oh, once he lands, I'm just wailing on him. And now that they added the grappling hook to grab on the enemies, oh, it's just fun, man. I'll literally be like swinging onto them, damaging like their head or their tail with the files in my charge blade, and once they hit the ground, oh, I'm just it's Carve City, man. So part of also what helped me love Monster Hunter, because like I said, I spent a lot of time in 4 Ultimate, that had G rank in it. And the reason why I'm so happy about you're mainly the healer on your team, I can respect that. With a good team composition, the healer's actually the most important part. I didn't really play with people, so I was more of a solo hunter. But this is where it comes into play. I went from I don't meet a lot of bowgun users. The dual blades. Because I played by myself so much, I became a solo hunter. There was very few times I actually engaged with people, but it's just because that's just kind of how my life went. So the reason why Monster Hunter like holds a special place in my heart is because by myself, I went from knowing absolutely nothing to being able to go to G rank solo. And in 4 Ultimate, it's actually really hard to do that. It takes a lot of grinding. It's a little bit scary, but I think I put like officially like 900 hours into Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate alone. But when Generations, the next one that came out, because by then I had become like, I guess like a seasoned veteran through Fire and Flame trials, I was able to get through that game easy. It's the same thing with World. I got World when it first came out, but they decided to make World more new gamer friendly, and it I wouldn't say it was bad. It just, for anybody who was a veteran, it seemed lackluster because it was too easy to handle. But then they came out with the Iceborne DLC, and once I started getting good reviews on that, that's when I hopped onto it. And there's Nergy. You know, my Nergy is like a loyal follower. You may not always stay my guy, and you know I never mind, but you at least stop by and say hi consistently. It's always nice to see you, Nergy. I hope you're doing well, man. Ooh, we're starting to get blue rarities. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a seasoned vet. You play Monster Hunter as well? Oh, I am being stupid. Of course you do. I remember our first conversation. I was like, yeah, your name's Nergy, Negrigante. God damn me. I'm sorry, man. I'm meeting so many new people every single day. I'm really considering whether I should put on a Monster Hunter stream or not. See, I've yet to touch Rise. One, don't have the funds for a Switch, but two, like, from what I saw, it's like not even like a full game. Apparently, it's like really quick. But no, I'm really considering on whether I should. It's very short, yeah. Like from what I heard, like some of the mechanics they put in it are fun. It's just super short. Like the what is it? Like the string bugs or something like that. So you can actually like ride the monster and like mess with it more. Oop. But yeah, so like I think I would want to do a Monster Hunter World / Iceborne stream. Okay, you can ride them. I think I would want to do a Monster Hunter World / Iceborne stream. But if it's me and like I'm doing it for myself and my own fun, I'm gonna use the Charge Blade, which could get a little bit boring if you're not advertising multiple weapons. Fatalis? No, because I've been playing solo. I actually just recently got to master rank in Iceborne. Cause like what happened was I beat World, but like I said, it was lackluster for me. Like I did it because I'm a fan of the game series, and then here comes but like it was lackluster for me, so I left it alone. I didn't touch it until Iceborne came out, but I just recently got into the Iceborne. So like there was like that phase where it's like sure I'm back in it, but like I forgot the controls of how to like actually play the game and stuff. It's been interesting, but I don't want to like if I'm gonna do the stream, I don't want to just use one weapon, even though that's my comfort zone. Like I think I could take down Fatalis with the Charge Blade. I'm just saying, like that's how confident I am with using that weapon. But I don't want to just advertise just one weapon on my stream. But I'm not well learned in those weapons. Okay, let's see what we got. Don't keep that. I want to use more pistols, but I gotta keep the. But and then on top of it, because I hopped in when it was an update, they changed certain things around. So like I had to somewhat relearn the Charge Blade because now there's like you can charge the sword too, and then you can go into like a super chainsaw axe mode as well. So like it was also they added features that kind of made me forget how to even Charge Blade a bit. So there was that weird phase. But I can throw down. I can, I can, um, I can throw down. I can tango with all the giant monsters. But I think one of the things I've actually enjoyed so much about the Monster Hunter community is the jokes. So, you know, dealing with Pickle Joe and stuff like that. Which was my favorite Elder Dragon? Damn. Let me search up something real quickly. I just want to check something and make sure he's an Elder Dragon or not, or just a big ass monster. Okay, no, he's not. But I'll let you know. Uh, Elder Dragon. I don't know. I kind of just hate them all. I think so I hate them because they're overpowered as fuck, but it makes sense. But if I were to say the one I hate the least, so it could be the favorite would have to be Kushaladora. Just like so the reason why I hate the Elder Dragons is because I fought them in 4 Ultimate. And in those ones, like, they all come with super armor. So like the first 20 minutes of the battle is like just trying to get through their fucking armor. And like I said, I played it by myself. So the only thing I know from Elder Dragons is pain. But like Kushaladora was like just I don't know, I just respected like the Windmaster a lot. I just searched it up and it's not an Elder Dragon, but my favorite, like, I guess gigantic as fuck beast is the Ukanlos. I don't know if you know which one that is, but it's like this giant ice dragon. Like it burrows itself underneath the ice, and I don't know. It's just a huge monster that I farmed the hell out of, and I loved its armor as well. I don't know how to really describe it, but if you were to ask me like favorite monsters, like just general monsters, it's the Stygian Zinogre. I like the Dracophage Zinogre. I don't know, the red, gray, and black just appeals to me.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Give it here.
I also love the Tigrex. He's up there just because he's a hungry boy, and I love just whacking the shit out of him when his stamina is low. I love the the Devil Joe, but it's mostly because of the memes. It's Kieran. What do you mean I like all the worst monsters? Everybody has their vices. I can say the same thing about Kieran. That bitch is annoying. Fight me like a horse. Stop teleporting and zapping everything with lightning. That's not a fair fight. How the hell am I supposed to how am I supposed to fight lightning? Swing your tail at me or something like that. You can't fight lightning, Nergy. That enhances it. Kieran's annoying as hell. I hate the Kieran so much. You know who I like? I like shoot. I just had it in my mind. Monkey Man. What's his name? Rajang. There we go. Break that stupid horse's horn. That's if it lets me. Like I said, I'm a Charge Blade main. So one of the hard things about head areas is they nerfed that. The Charge Blade used to be the knockout king. That's part of the reason why I fell in love with it. The Charge Blade was the ultimate weapon in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Because the file damage from it was so strong, you could basically, even though like your weapon wouldn't do head damage, you could just KO a monster with just one unload in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. So they nerfed all that. They got rid of all those features, and they continue to nerf them. Like I'm pretty sure the Charge Blade got nerfed in Monster Hunter World as well, because of all that. Just so hammers can have something to whack. Lilith, what are you doing over there?
I found another way in. Hell yeah.
The meal?
Sup.
Come on, dude. How is he not dead?
Nice shot.
Who's in the meal?
Well done.
The Water Elder Dragon? Let me check real quickly. Is that from Rise? Because I haven't touched Rise. So like is that like a new one? Oh, I don't think I've gotten to him yet. Like I said, I just touched Master Rank. That looks kind of sick. I'm pretty sure that if I actually do fight it, it's just gonna be more of me just being in pain. I also don't like the whole like the example. I don't like the effluvium dragon, and it's just because like there's no builds you can have that don't suck if you have like effluvium resistance. Like there's ways so that the effluvium doesn't hurt you, but once you use those builds, you can get hurt by physical damage. Yeah, good for you, Digital. I told you stuff will happen. Let this be a lesson, Digital. Not everything can come when you want it, or come at all. So that stuff happens, but just keep at it. I'm glad that you got it. Congratulations, man. But yeah, I don't like the effluvium dragon, and this is why I gotta play it more. I am somewhat in it. Like I've actually just recently put it down before I moved to my new home. So like I'm not rusty. I can definitely hop back in it, but I think I need to learn different weapons. I don't know. I feel like maybe like heavy bowgun will be something I might like. I like damage.
I gotta head back to Sanctuary, city in one piece on Roland. But first, I'm gonna teleport you into the Bloodshot stronghold. That's where they're keeping Roland. You'll catch him by surprise and have a real advantage. It'll be great. Hold still.
I'm proud of you, Digital.
Still getting used to this. Reminds me though.
You stuck with it, you figured out the problem, and you solved it. So enjoy your new sniper rifle, man. I'm proud of you.
Good out there, by the way. Keep it up.
Yeah, I think I might do a little bit of Monster Hunter streaming. Cause I think I can do it. Like I'm not bad at Monster Hunter. I just there's still some monsters I have not come across. So yeah, the meal dragon. I'm and the fact that you said it was an elder dragon, I'm already getting vibes that that thing's probably gonna be just more pain. To put it into perspective on what I mean by like I'm not bad at Monster Hunter, even though these monsters annoy me and like I just can't handle them and stuff like that, I beat the effluvium elder dragon first try, even though I didn't know it was coming. And I think that just comes with Monster Hunter experience. Because even though I'm a Charge Blade main, I didn't just go in there swinging and like, oh, I'm just gonna tear you apart. No, I spent I figured out before I really started fighting him that the effluvium was gonna be an issue because he just sprays that everywhere. I'm like, it's gonna be one of them fights. It's gonna be that tactical fight where it's more of an endurance thing. But like innately, I was like, he's probably not gonna have a lot of health because they gotta compensate for the fact that he's always damaging you. So like, there's a lot of monsters that even though they were new, I beat first time, not knowing what I was getting into, just because like I have that innate like Monster Hunter like pro experience. The only ones that have ever really caught me off guard are the ones that they changed the fighting pattern of. So they like I think I carded once to Rathalos when I first fought him, but that's because they completely changed. Not completely, but they changed somewhat of what he does when you fight him compared to older games. 'Cause in older games, it used to be like he'd be flying for like about 5 minutes. And then like shoot certain fireballs, but they're easy to dodge, and like he would land. In this one, he does a lot of like wind gusts. He doesn't get blinded easily by flash bombs if you're trying to like knock him down. Like it was all around just like they made him a little bit more different, and like, he's always flying, and he only lands like once. So then I just grappled him and brought him down to earth. What we got in my inventory? But yeah, I think I could do something like that. I just a little hesitant in regard. Ooh, no. A little hesitant in regards to only using one weapon. Okay. What system do you play on? I don't think Monster Hunter's crossplay, is it? Oh, or is it only on? No, because did it come out on Xbox? Did Monster Hunter World Iceborne come out on Xbox as well?
The Bloodshots have camped out all around the dam. You'll want to get a vehicle to
I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. Or was it a PS4 only thing? Yes to what? Xbox or PS4? I'm having a brain fart right now. Okay. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, sure. My everything is the same for me. My PSN and everything like that is the same. Same thing you clicked on for Twitch. Generic J_12. So if you want, you can hit me up, even message me and just say hey. I'll add you to my friend requests. And if I touch bases with Monster Hunter, I'll hit you up. Time to I think I should probably go back to Sanctuary first. Where's the fast travels? It's to catch a ride. I know there's a fast travel around here. I just want to make sure I unlock them. Okay. But yeah. I think I might do like if I do start to go back into Monster Hunter, I might do like some off-streaming practice, like preliminary practice with some weapons. I just don't know which one to choose. I don't want to go longsword, not because I hate the longsword, but longsword is easy mode once you learn how to use it. So I don't want to be like god tier, but I also don't want to suck. Ever since they added that freaking ridiculous counter that you can just summon at will. It's like you're just untouchable. I went to the wrong place. Damn me. I set up to go to Sanctuary. We're gonna go to Sanctuary. No. What are you talking about? I picked the worst monsters. I think Stygian Zenogre is pretty cool. If I do say so myself.
One challenge down.
And Tigrex is fun. I think the reason why they have a certain appeal to me is because each one of them had some phase in my life where they were hard at one point. Because those two I mentioned were like they were hard fights in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Or at least for me. And it's because like they had those skills, like when they shoot out those like so Stygian Zenogre, you only face him in 4 Ultimate when you're in G rank, master rank. They called it G rank back then. And when I first fought him, they shoot out those what you call it, those like elemental balls. But the way he did it is like he would like whip his tail and they would curveball around and like destroy you. And like for me, like getting hit on the side without it would always mess up my blocks and stuff like that. Tigrex, he taught me how to actually start guard, like really do guard pointing with my shield in charge blade mode, just because he has a ridiculous stamina that he just abuses at the beginning of his fight, and then that's not even when he's enraged. So I picked them because they have a special place in my heart. Okay, but you like Kieran. That's a sin. I'm gonna get my friend Rajang to snap that little My Little Pony's horn off. Alright, so out of respect, Kieran is cool in terms of the things that it can do when it fights. Like I think I also like the music that plays when you're fighting it. It's a serious. Alatrion, the most though. Okay. Kieran is just. I don't know. I think being so. The charge. I don't know if you've dabbled with the charge blade or not. Like I said, I'm a charge blade main, and that like I basically like if I show you my hunter card, I have literally not touched any other weapon. And so going against the Kieran is you get ready to swing at it and it already ran to the other side of the map. And then it left lightning where it was. And that gets annoying after a while, especially when you get paralyzed and stunned, then paralyzed and stunned. Oh, stunned again, and then now you're paralyzed. That's why Kieran has a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth because of dealing with Kieran. It's okay. All right. I can respect that. If it appeals to you because of like it gives you a certain feeling and a memory, I can respect that.
Got something new for you. So I kinda
Also,
hired a cult?
I think it's also the whole controversy of it even being considered an elder dragon when it's not a dragon. Should have given it the title of like an elder beast at least. Years ago. Okay.
Not if they're planning anything shady.
person. Go talk to the cult's leader, Incinerator Clayton.
Yeah. To clarify on my game library though, that's just my PlayStation 4 games. Um, I still have my PlayStation 2. It has scales. Does the Kieran have scales? You about to make me Google this up. Hold on. I thought it was just a pony with some weirdly shaped fur. What the hell do I do with my phone? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Okay. Does Kieran have scales? Oh, because it's based off of a chimera. So yeah. Okay. It's still... I'm still gonna call it a horse. I get it. Fine. It's a dragon. Air quote, air quote.
I am Incinerator Clayton. I witnessed you enter the lair of the Firehawk and return unharmed. If you truly wish to serve our mother, you must pass a test. Use a
But no.
fire weapon to send my brothers to the eternal
I'm
flame.
fairly new to streaming, so there's a lot of games that I actually want to show people, but I can't do it currently because I think I would need a PC setup to actually stream them. But I still have like my PlayStation 2 and like my PlayStation 3, and there's a ton of games on those that I want to like show and stream. Yeah, okay. So, if we're gonna talk about favorite games, I am a Kingdom Hearts baby. All right. I played the first one. I remember walking over to my friend's house, and he had it, and I remember him playing it, and I heard Donald Duck, and I'm like, what kind of game has Donald Duck on it? But he was playing with as a kid with a sword, and I remember seeing him play it, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I got Kingdom Hearts myself. I have been on the Kingdom Hearts. I'm an OG Kingdom Hearts fan. Okay, I've played all of them, regardless of the system. I know that they've jumped from DS's to like I've played all of them. The only one I could not really get into, and I had to like call it quits early, was Chain of Memories, just because I can't deal with the card physics in that. But I at least watch playthroughs on it to be up to date on everything that has happened. So that one, and also Kingdom Hearts Key for the phone, because I'm sorry, they lost me with being able to have to pay to win. It was just the card mechanics for me. That's all. I just could I could not handle it. But I stayed up to date on it. But no, yeah, I'm a Kingdom Hearts baby. I even went through that phase where people who didn't play were like, oh wow, you're running around the world playing with Goofy and Donald. Like, man, you don't even understand. All right, that just tells me that your game library just consists of Madden and Madden only. and then what was it? If we're gonna do a scale, like Kingdom Hearts 1 came out, and then it was like what, 5 years in was the phase where people were making fun of you for playing it, and then 5 years from that is when it started to kind of like boom, and people were like, "What is this game?" And then we're like, see, y'all need to shut the hell up. So like it got even to the point where I went over to my nephew's house and I hooked up my PlayStation and like you can't see it, but I have the Kingdom Hearts theme as my menu. And he's like, "What is that?" And he doesn't know what Kingdom Hearts was. And he's at that age where he's making fun of me because he's like, Disney movies are for kids. And I said, "Look, man, I've already been through that phase. You ain't gonna impact me the way you think you are." And I said, and to top it off, if you think I'm stupid, they have an orchestra that goes around the world just playing this game's music. Does your game have an orchestra? No, so shut up.
Meet my lady friend.
I put my nephew on the spot. It's like, alright, I respect you, your family, but you ain't gonna affect me the way you think you are. That's the one thing I wish I could do. Haven't had the luxury of actually going out and doing video game lives. Oh. So that's a dream of mine, you know, to eventually actually travel and do that stuff.
Just like what is more beautiful than a handful of ashes? Nothing.
Go to gaming events.
Eat this.
That is enough, my young torch. I can feel the Firehawk smiling upon us.
But yeah, I had to put them in place. Love them to death. Would do anything for them. But I've already been through that phase. Can't bully me. I'm trying to get to the point where I can make those opportunities happen. So, like I said, I have a lot, like, from my library, you can tell I play a lot of solo games. That's because I play them on my time. And to the point where, some of those games I've only ever played on easy mode, just for the story alone. So I'm trying to get myself to a point where I can actually invest in those things and enjoy those things on my own time. This streaming community is completely new for me. I started it for my brother. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I'll suggest I'll go. Damn it. Open? Nothing. But yeah, I'll let them know. People always were knocking me. Oh, you play Kingdom Hearts? It's like, yeah, I do. And I have no shame with it.
These children now know an ecstasy I can only dream of. Thank unfortunate news. There are idolaters among us.
But yeah. People always like to knock a game and not even really test it out. I've even met people who were prior heathens and then started playing it and won't confess. So no, I just let it lie where it lies. I play what I enjoy.
Clayton needs to trust you completely. If they've been doing anything that we need to stop, that's the only way you'll hear about it.
Who are you? And get out of my head. I love Deep Jungle.
Wanna meet my girlfriend?
Not Clayton. He, ha, ha. Not Clayton. He, ha, ha. I had a friend who, his first, well, not his first, but he didn't ever finish Kingdom Hearts 2 all the way through. He, like, dabbled in it a bit. But he got into Kingdom Hearts 3 when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. And we were both playing it. Back and just slide on the trees. Yes. I hung out there a lot. But he, me and him both got Kingdom Hearts 3 at the same time. And he was having trouble with Kingdom Hearts 3. I breezed through it. I actually, like, the whole reason why I don't know how you handled it, but Kingdom Hearts 3 was ridiculously easy for me, to the point where it was boring, and then on top of it, the carousel ride, not the carousel, but the Disney World rides and stuff like that just made it just super easy to wipe out enemies, no matter what the difficulty was. And he was having trouble with it. Yeah. And I think I had gotten to, like, through, like, to the 4th world, and he was still stuck on, like, the first one. And I was like, dude, I said, you're having trouble with Kingdom Hearts 3? And he's like, yeah, man. I was like, you just use your abilities. Like, are you just, like, not whacking them with the key? Like, the game can play itself for you. Like, and he got mad at me because I was talking trash. And I said, okay, we're not gonna get into a debate on this. I said, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna invest in buying you Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I think, like, it was like a collection or something like that that had come out. Like, they had like 15 different collections, all celebrating Kingdom Hearts 3. But I got him Kingdom what was the edition? The one that came, I can't remember which one, but it was both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And I told him just start off with Kingdom Hearts 1. He starts off with Kingdom Hearts 1. And there was numerous collections. I don't know how in depth you were with it. The one that they have now is literally called the All-in-One. But when Kingdom Hearts 3 first came out, they had a collection that was, oh, here's Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 together. Oh, but we forgot 2.8. So here's the new collection that has 2.8. Oh, but we forgot the 3DS version one. So we had to transfer that 3DS version to be compatible for PlayStation. So here's the new one. And this one has cutscenes from Chain of Memories. Like, they had like 15 different collections. But the one that I got for him was the one that, I don't know for sure, but it definitely had the PlayStation. It definitely had Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. That's the only ones I told him that actually really mattered. In terms of, like, just to compare how Kingdom Hearts 3 is easier. But he starts playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and on easy mode, by the way, and he starts having trouble with that. And I was like, but he finally gets, like, he toughs it out, and he finally gets through the whole game, and he gets to the Ansem boss fight at the end. And I had to beat Ansem for him. But what I did, and I told him, I said, look, I don't know about you, but I personally don't mess around on Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1, the controls are so, like, kind of janky. You have to know what you're doing. I told him, like, so, example, you don't learn how to learn Cure until you beat the chameleon monster in Deep Jungle. And but I don't mess around with that chameleon monster. Like, even on easy mode, if it gets a certain amount of hits in, you can die even on easy mode pretty easy, like, ridiculously easy. And so whenever I do a Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough, regardless of what mode I'm on, I don't mess around. So I beat Ansem for him. I actually died the first time because I got cocky. Like, Ansem was one hit away, and then he did that thing where he got, like, what was it, like the stone? Not the ship Ansem. The one I'm talking about is the one on Destiny Island. Sorry, he defeated the ship Ansem, but that's kind of easy. You just fly around and just chop away at pieces of him. But the Destiny Island Ansem, the one where he uses Stone Guardian to like hold you still, that's the one he couldn't beat, and I beat that for him. And but like I got a little bit cocky, and I tried to swing when the Stone Guardian actually caught me, and then I lost. But I only lost once. I beat him on the next one.
The false idol is no more. I can feel the
Then he dabbled in Kingdom Hearts 2, which he did better in that one because he remembered bits and pieces of it, and it's also more refined in general. And then I told him, okay, I said, now that you've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, go play Kingdom Hearts 3. And he breezes through it. and like, he finishes Kingdom Hearts 3, and I said, so, how easy is Kingdom Hearts 3? And he just goes, yeah. He says, like, the rides and everything like that just make it too simple. 3 hits with the Keyblade, and I can automatically win. Pick this up. Our first orange. Let's slap that bad boy on. What is this? It's the Hellfire. But yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3 is easy compared to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and I even had a friend play them to prove it. Oh, it got me through some tough times. Example, I consider myself a little bit of a punk as a kid. And that first in Kingdom Hearts 1, when the Destiny Islands first gets attacked and like all the Shadow Heartless come out the ground, I had a kind of like a poor TV, so like everything was already kind of dark, and so just seeing glowing eyes everywhere, that was actually freaking me out. It was actually giving me some trauma. And the thing is that I had already seen a friend get to future things in the game that I liked, so I knew that those things would come next. I just knew I had to do this thing to get to it. And you don't have it, you just have like a wooden sword before you get the Keyblade. So I'm freaking out this whole time because they're just spawning out the ground, and then running after you. They were really freaking me out. It doesn't scare me anymore because they're freaking shadows. But imagine being, you know, a young kid just in this living room by himself, lights are off, TV's dim, and you're just seeing a shit ton of glowing lights, glowing eyes, and just some really bumping music that's really like getting your adrenaline going, and you just don't know what to do because you hit them but they don't die. I freaked out on that one. So like Kingdom Hearts has like toughened me up in some sense with scenes like that. It helped me with loss at times too. It helped. Alright, I'm confessing. I'm a softie. I ain't afraid to confess. But I fucking hate Donald as a support character. I know it's a running joke, but he does not heal you when you need healing. And I'm tired of seeing those white lilies hover over my dead corpse when I needed the healing, you know, 10 seconds ago. So you know who my companion was. Goofy. I rocked every world with Goofy. Come to find out, my dude gets knocked out in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm thinking he's dead. You know, Donald does his little rage thing and he runs off. Yeah, Goofy was the real one. Mickey says no, and then runs off too. I was pissed. I definitely needed that 1,000 Heartless battle to let off some steam. I mean, I was tears. I was angry. The music is bumping, and I'm like, you took out Goofy. It's like, how dare you? Come to find out, when I'm an adult later on, you can't kill off a Disney character. I should have been like, he will never die. It doesn't make sense. You can't kill off a Disney character. Unless they've already died. But oh man, I was losing my mind during that mission. It's like, you killed Goofy! There goes my Valor form! The fuck?
Incinerated within the jaws of the great mechanical beast who dwells there.
Music's bumping.
When you think murder, think Marcus Munitions.
Exactly. I didn't care who it was. I couldn't trust Donald. That's why they clearly gave Donald a redemption arc with Zeta Flare. They had to give him something. And I think that Donald Duck was such a bad party member, they had to allow more than 3 people in your party for the whole of Kingdom Hearts 3 storyline. Because you know he would have gotten switched out World 1. Yeah. Exactly. I get more healing from the random party members I come across in the worlds than Donald. Donald. Who programs Donald? Who programs Donald? Is it that hard that random characters apparently can heal me better? Even Goofy can heal me better than Donald. Donald is the healer. What is he doing? I'm holding on to all these guns and I shouldn't.
Hope you've had your shots.
I don't know, man. You're right. 13 years didn't teach him a damn thing. I felt bad about the frozen world though. You fall off that mountain 3 times. Even to the point where Sora has to mention it again. That was one of those worlds where it's like there was clearly development issues. Like Disney, like it was one of those things where Disney was dabbling into too much on it. That reload so fast. The lights turn off after it's done reloading. It was more just a show-off world to show off the capabilities of the engine that Square Enix was using. Yeah, we made a Disney world that looks better than the movie's graphics. It was more of a show-off. Because honestly, if you do compare it, the game looks crisper than the actual movie. Wow, all of those missed him. Nope, don't want any of that. That's still here? Damn. But yeah. So my gaming, an anime fan? Okay. So I'm not too in deep with anime just because of time constraints from myself. My friend tried to get me to watch Naruto. But once I started hitting the filler episodes, it became like, do I really want to endure this? Even though I started to like the series. But, and I don't know where your stance is on this. My Die Hard, I consider it an anime because it's an anime style. Is Avatar the Last. I didn't start with Naruto. I think my first anime was Avatar the Last Airbender. I don't know what your stance is on that, but I absolutely love that series. See ya, Digital. Thank you for stopping by. And you know I'm always in your corner, man. Good luck with your streams. Um, I I- you don't have to tell me, Digital. I know it was good. I started watching it day one. I was that kid that hauled ass from school to go and watch it. And I was also that kid that had to deal with the whole, oh, you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender? You're such a loser. Like, I was a part of those phases, man. I was that awkward kid that was a part of all that cool stuff before it was cool. Let it be known here. I was awesome and y'all didn't know it. But no, my first show was Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's cool. I won't knock Naruto. I don't think Naruto's bad. It just has serious filler. But no, Avatar: The Last Airbender was my first one. It my I have rights to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, it is. I know it's Japanese, man. Avatar: The Last Airbender was American made, but in terms of art style, they're all anime. But my favorite character is Uncle Iroh. I'm sorry, but he's got me through some tough stuff with his teachings. He got me into liking tea. Uh, he is my favorite character. The secret ingredient is love. Oh, don't get me wrong. I actually like all the characters. It's just my favorite was Iroh. Like I love Toph for who she was. Like, I think my second would be Sokka, just because I love his sarcasm. Um, and I also love his sword arc when he's feeling like he's worthless to the team, so he starts developing how to use a sword. Like that arc I really loved because it got to the point where his master, though he was Fire Nation, knew he was Water Tribe, and Sokka just confesses all of it, and they just have that cool ass sword fight at the end. I'm sorry, I loved Sokka's arc with that. My girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, bro. It's rough. Yes. It was nice. So like, the series made everything important. Everything had value. Like, question: are there any plot holes in Avatar: The Last Airbender? Like, are there? Like, if I really think about it, is there something that just is never explained? And before we say not explained, like, if we're gonna say like a huge plot hole is at the end of the series when Zuko's like, where's mother? They explain that. It's just in comics, and you have to be aware of that. Like, they made a comic series. So, like, are there plot holes in Avatar: The Last Airbender? To make a 3... That's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that we can say we don't remember, like, I guarantee you can just say it anime and then say a plot hole. You get what I'm saying? The fact to have a 3 seasons and a comic series and like everything is like touched bases. Every character has like closure and stuff like that. That's kind of ridiculous. we put Iroh to the side, who's my favorite character? Avatar and Iroh and Sokka to the side. Who would be my favorite character? Katara cries too much, but at the same time, I have respect for it. I just wish she wouldn't be upset all the time. I guess I'd have to stick to main characters. I was about to say the boulder. The boulder is no longer conflicted. I guess it would be Toph up there. I like Toph.
I can take you all.
Katara is your favorite? How so? I'm not one to be like, oh, because she's not my favorite, like you're stupid or something like that. No. I'm actually curious as to why certain characters appeal to different people. What the hell?
When you think murder, think Marcus Munitions. Good luck. I'm sure.
Watch anime as much as I do, especially with Naruto. Katara is not really a crier. She's very motherly and strong. She goes through a lot. She wasn't useless and developed really well in the series. So, you're right. I think what I'm. So let me put it this way: she was never unreliable. I'm not saying like when I say that she cried a lot, I'm not saying like here's Katara again, like what the hell. No, I never hated Katara. I just felt like there's key times where I expected her more to step up and fill that role of not being useless. You get what I'm saying? Like you get when she goes on that trip with Zuko and that side of her finally comes out. You're fine, Mama. Do what you gotta do. Thank you for stopping by. When she actually goes on that mission with Zuko, and you see that side of her, and you understand that that's what she's been holding in, and everything like that, it makes sense. I love her growth too. What I'm saying is that it felt. I just didn't like the space in between. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate her as a character. I admire her growth. I admire what she went through, and because she's reliable and an interesting character, I respect her for that. Have a good one, Mama, and good luck with the interview.
You know, these guys really are
Because like put it into perspective, it's not just her. Like her biggest the biggest hole in Katara's chest is the loss of her mother, but it's Sokka's mother too. And like he doesn't, and I don't even think it's like a guy thing versus a girl thing, but he doesn't let it hold himself back. He really had to own up what happened and become the guy who watched the Southern Water Tribe, made sure his sister was okay while she went through this emotional turmoil, but not really considering the fact that she's not alone in it. You get what I'm saying? I like her growth, and I like what comes of it. But there is like that whole thing where it's like, it felt like there was key sections where it wasn't really warranted. Like she didn't need to be upset. Like you could also say like, Aang lost everybody. Aang in the early episodes goes to the air temple, and everyone he knows is dead. Do you get what I'm saying? And I know trauma affects everybody, but like in this situation where like everyone has lost, she's the one that kind of is quick to just give into her emotions at those early moments. But I love her growth, and you can clearly see that as the series goes on, it is warranted. It just still, in my opinion, wasn't warranted that much. It's okay to have pain. It's okay for it to be your weak point. But we're four guys traveling around the world trying to save the world. We kind of got to step it up a bit, is what I'm saying.
Burning one another for giggles, maybe we don't have to worry about him. That'd be nice.
But I don't hate her as a character. I can honestly say I don't hate all the characters. Like each individual one, even down to the cabbage cart man. You get what I'm saying? Each character has like their weird like growth, and I can't for sure. That's what I'm saying. When she finally lets it go and comes to terms with it, and that's why I respect her growth. Because I won't. Me saying that it comes at poor times is why I'm glad she finally lets it go and comes to terms with it. Because that's what she needs to do. She needs to step up like her older brother. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it can seem a little cold-hearted to be like, everybody has lost, but in the situation that they were in, that kind of mentality of always holding on to that emotion can become a weakness. And so it was very important to let that go. So I love her growth of her finally letting go of that. I mean, to the point where it even helped Zuko grow, because he was helping her, and Zuko was for sure straight down with it. He found out who killed her mother, and he was like right there, just like, all right, it's all you. Get ready to end it. And told the dude, if it was me, he probably wouldn't have let her get away with it. Like, let him get away with it. And like, so like, it was a good opportunity for her to grow and also show how to grow for Zuko as well. That's my only take on it. But I don't hate any character in any sense of the word. I can't say that I do. Like, I think I liked every character, even down to Admiral Zhao, or Commander Zhao. So like, he's a pain in the ass with everybody, right? In the first season, he's basically messing with Zuko. He's getting pretty close to capturing the Avatar multiple times, and then finally get to the Northern Water Temple, and he kills the Water Spirit, or was it the Moon Spirit? And but like, that would make you hate that character. You get what I'm saying? But that's kind of a crazy thing. It's a well-written character if you hate him that much. And to top it off, I even have respect for Admiral Zhao with how he went down. Zuko was trying to save him, and like, I don't know what was going through his head, and you could call it pride and stuff like that, but I don't think I could actually hate somebody for being set in their mind. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think Zhao was insane. I think he was very ambitious, and eventually his pride caught up to him. But he still accepted the consequences of his actions. Like, he was aware he would die if he didn't reach out for help. But he accepted that. And that's a crazy thing to find in somebody like that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think I even really hate many characters. I think they were all very well written for what they were. But that was my first anime. I used to haul ass from school. What's next on the agenda? Gotta go back to Incinerator Clayton. You got me. You got me thinking. I'm like, who did I hate? And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't remember. I can't think of anybody that I absolutely hated.
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked. Pleasure doing business. Goodbye.
What's in my inventory?
Shop anywhere else, I'll have you killed.
I know it. The show speaks for itself. Like we can talk about how great of a show it was and everything like that, but honestly, it speaks for itself when it can impact that many people and become a great series. But now, Uncle Iroh is my favorite character. Truth be told, at a young age, my grandpa died, and my grandpa was like my inspiration of who I basically became in this world. A lot of the traits and things that I do are from my grandpa, and oh, hold on, and Uncle Iroh reminds me of that. So he really clicked with me. I gotta answer this call for a second. Hold on, people. Sorry about that. Just quick phone call with my sister. But no, Uncle Iroh was he reminded me of my grandfather. So it was more hitting home because of how he operated. It was like seeing my own grandfather inside of a TV series.
It is time for the enkindling. Time to sacrifice heathens to our blazing mother.
I keep on trying to do things like I do in Borderlands 3 just to find out that it's Borderlands 2.
Clayton said the enkindling? That could be very bad. Or it could be like a cookout or something. Just keep an open mind about it, you know? These guys aren't so bad.
You have done so well, Torch. The preparations are complete. Return to me and let the human...
Did not mean to throw that out, but it happened. Give my sniper rifle back. Okay, so I saw Legend of Korra all the way through, and I'm even considering rewatching it with like fresher eyes. I liked how it started. Season one, in my opinion, was the icing on the cake in terms of introduce. So what I did to get into the series was I had to like force myself for a bit to whitewash my mind on what Avatar: The Last Airbender, the first series, was like. Because I like a lot of people are like, oh, the first one was great. This has to be great, and I'm not one of those kind of people. they were gonna start a new series. It may have some tie-ins to the old one, but you have to let it grow for its own separate thing. So I tried to like whitewash my mind before I watched that series, and I did. I loved Amon. I loved what happened with him, and I was very upset he did not become a multi-tier villain. That he just died off in the first one, and I hate the fact that every villain in the series just becomes a single season villain. There's not a lot of progress in the series for it. As a whole, for the whole Legend of Korra series, I did not like it. You want to talk about how I said that I had problems with Katara's emotions? Korra annoys the hell out of me. And it's hard because what you don't want to do is compare. Like I said, I don't want to I don't want to compare Avatar: The Last Airbender to Legend of Korra, but at the same time, in order to address some key things that were wrong with Legend of Korra, you kind of have to compare it. And one of the things that annoyed me the most is that I wanted an Avatar to grow. I didn't expect them to be perfect, but Korra, she grows in like the most horrible way possible. And what I mean by that is that she does get stronger, she does face her problems, but the whole time she's like whining and complaining about them. Like every issue is some big ordeal instead of just kind of like hunkering down, gathering with your crew and facing the problem together. They made her too overpowered. Like you didn't get to see her avatar growth because she was supposed to be some type of prodigy because she already had the three elements not mastered but learned enough. And so the only one she didn't know was airbending, but you didn't really see her grow in that. When she finally does use airbending, for the most part, her fight scenes don't even consist of airbending. The element she uses the most is actually fire. And then so not to get too controversial, but I call it her hormonal rages. It felt more like Korra's dating life plus some Avatar shit. And people were like, well, that happens in Avatar: The Last Airbender. I said, out of the whole series of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang kisses Katara twice, but 90% of that series isn't about their relationship. You know that they have some kind of thing going on. And you know they have some kind of thing going on, but that's not what the story is about. And one of the things I bring up, because I don't know how much of the Legend of Korra series you saw, but Bolin, he has trouble finding a girl that loves him or a girl he can fall in love with. Like he loves a lot of girls for their looks and stuff like that, but it becomes like a running joke that he can't find somebody. He eventually comes across this girl named Opal. She's an Earthbender girl. Oh no, I think she's a non. I can't remember. Like I have to go rewatch the series. She's a non-bender, if I'm correct, who becomes an airbender because some spiritual mumbo jumbo happens in one of the seasons, and airbenders come back, no matter if they have airbending in their lineage or not. But I feel like the little short love interaction that Bolin and Opal have was a lot more clear, concise, and to the point compared to what the hell Korra was going through. She's like 90% of the time it's, oh, I'm in love with Mako, but we're having some relationship drama, so that's this whole episode. And then, oh, I'm in love with Asami, but we're not. We're just hanging out. I'm like, I don't know what's really going on. And this whole time I'm like, there is a fucking war going on just out the city wall. Like, why are we talking about relationships right now? That was my thing. It felt like it was more like it became more of like a rom-com than an Avatar series. And people who were like, yes, finally some like some I would say I guess bisexual representation, lesbian representation. I don't know if you can tell, but I honestly don't care. That's I don't. I'm not saying I hate uh your sexual orientation. In fact, I don't. I what I mean by I don't care is like um I don't think you care about my sexual orientation. Like that's all I mean by it. I came to watch Legend of Korra for a TV series. Like I'm glad you're being represented, but I think you're being represented horribly because that's all it is. It's not an Avatar series at that point. I didn't come to watch a dating simulation. I came to watch a person who knows elements grow and become stronger as an avatar. Like, I mean, Kiyoshi's a lesbian. Like, I don't have a problem with Kiyoshi. I think she's a badass. I actually would like to watch a Kiyoshi series, honestly. But this isn't what Legend of Korra is giving me. I'm glad you have representation. I yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Mama. But that's what I was talking about. Like, I don't have a problem with people's orientations. I think I have the luxury of telling people, like, at the end of the day, you do you. I wish you the best. I hope you live in this world and one day you can find somebody who loves you the way you love them. I'm searching for that myself. But I don't like the agendas that get pushed in series that I love. It's as simple as that. Like, and that's what I felt like what was going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just became a romance show with some Avatar crap in it, and and so if I can say that there's things that I liked, I was actually very interested in the whole industrial revolution, but in the Avatar series. So I liked all the technology, like the Sato mobiles, the fact that they were harnessing electricity, like all the cool little things that they were adding in there. Like that was actually intriguing me. But then it's like I said, there's clear times where it was like it became like a romance show, and I'm like, there is literally a fucking war going on right now. People are currently attacking the city, like as we're talking. And we're talking about relationships. I said, I'm not even sure normal human beings do that. I'm pretty sure if gunfire and like explosions were going off, a relationship is not the first thing that's on their mind. Okay, Mama, you are correct in that. But what I'm saying is I feel like that's more of a place for the actual people to make that movement. I don't like it when medias and basically political figureheads, so like newscasters like that, try to appeal to these people because essentially all they're doing is using them for what they can get, and I think that's crooked. I think it's manipulative. It's manipulative, and so I'm fully aware that it's hard. It's a big issue for people of different sexual orientations to come out and to be themselves. Uh, like I'm aware of that, and like I said before, I fully, uh, I fully actually want that for them. I think it's like a basic thing for somebody to just be able to express themselves and feel comfortable because that's what I would want for myself. I don't think that's a hard concept to grasp. And so it comes down to a thing where it's like uh uh when I say I don't care for somebody else, it's not because I don't want that thing for them. It's just that when you get to the point where you're trying to shove that agenda down my throat, whether I agree with it or not, that's where it becomes an issue. I just want to enjoy the things I want to enjoy. I don't want to be thrown an agenda. I want to watch a TV series. I don't want to be thrown an agenda. And if you any normal person, regardless of their views or their sexual orientation or what they believe, any normal person wants those exact same things that I want. This isn't something that's like an extravagant thing where it's like, oh, only generic J thinks this way. No, plenty of people do, and I'm tired of seeing the way the media's and people are just manipulating people and getting them and manipulating the wrong people, and it's just leading to more controversy instead of more growth. and it ends up being that I enjoy the Avatar: The Last Airbender. So what ends up happening is stuff like this, where I enjoy the Avatar: The Last Airbender series, but if I say that I didn't enjoy Legend of Korra because they focused more on her being bisexual and stuff like that, all of a sudden I'm a homophobe or I'm a bigot, when that's not the case. What I really wanted was just a TV series. I don't care if she's bisexual. I don't care if that wasn't the important part to me. I wanted to see an adventure. I wanted to see elements being used and an avatar becoming the avatar. But what ends up happening, and one of the things I actually hate in the series, because they're more focused on her own mental problems of her being going through like these, like I said, hormonal issues. She ends up losing her connection to the avatars, the previous avatars, the exact thing that makes her powerful. Like there was so much that they destroyed for their own series because it was more like pushing an agenda instead of giving me an adventure. And I feel like as a grand community we lose out on all those things. I just want everybody to be who they want to be. I don't I'm not here to hate you because you think differently than me or you've lived differently than me. That's a ridiculous thing to want from somebody. Because I don't want people to want that from me. I don't want you to expect those things from me. I'm my own person. I have my own experiences. You come to my channel, to my stream, know that you're safe here because I don't want to. I'm not going to judge you for those things, but come with the understanding that you're not going to share the same things that everybody shares with you, and just have a respect for that. We won't judge each other for that. That's all I want, and it just becomes hard. That's why I try to go out of my way to let people know, like this is my view, but and if yours is different than that, like I understand. I'm gonna sleep at night. I don't hate people. I don't. But we live in a day and age where if I say like the wrong thing just slightly that somebody doesn't agree with, all of a sudden I'm a bad guy. And I don't want to be the bad guy. I just want to be a guy who just grew up differently than you, has different experiences, and just still honestly wishes the best for you. We don't have to like the same things. Sorry if that got a little tense. That's all I want. I, I, I mean, I don't know if part of that has to do with the fact that I've just been through so much, like, troubling things. I've gone through my own personal issues and a lot, like, for anybody who knows and has been seeing my previous streams, I got onto streaming to hang out with my older brother. He got me into the Phoenix Empire, and I joined the community to be able to be closer to him, and that has happened. The reason why I've started through Discord to get closer to him is because I'm 27, and just TLDR, I've been lied to for the first 24 years of my life. Okay, like my reality is a lot different than what other people have had, and I've had to become a full-fledged functioning adult in a very short time when a lot of things were confusing. And that's opened me up to a lot of things. Okay, what it has shown me is that everybody goes through something different. Everybody has a different path. We've all started off differently. Some of us, unfortunately, have either died at a young age or have experienced people who have died at a young age. Like, there's so many things because there are so many people in this world that no one, two people have had the exact same life. And as much as my stuff is tough, maybe somebody has something tougher in there. Somebody has had something tougher in their life. And so I try to just be as much of a light as I can be. I don't know what your background history is. Mine, it was pretty fucked up in of its own way. But we're not here to discuss those things. We can talk about these things. We actually need to talk about these things because we as a world need to grow up and move on from them. We spend so much time making them wars when in reality they're all just personal issues. There's nothing wrong with you growing up and having your views and aspiring to live the way that you believe that you should live your life. But we turn them into wars. We turn them into things that divide whole communities. And that's not what should be going on. So I just want this place to be a safe space. I don't like people saying, like you guys saying that that I'm right and stuff like that. I don't even care if I'm right or wrong. The only thing I want at the end of the day is people to understand that I just have a different life than you. I don't hate you. I don't want any ill will on your life. And I just ask for that same respect. I'm not gonna. Even both tearing it up with you two here. I can guarantee that I will not agree on everything with you, Teonetta. We couldn't even agree on our favorite monsters in Monster Hunter. I can guarantee that I can't agree with everything Mama Toast agrees with. Because we're two different people. There'll get to a point where we will disagree on something. What I'm saying is we live in a world where on the slightest disagreements, wars start. And I don't mean like actual like gunfights like that, but like there's a lot of anger and frustration that happens over the most stupidest things nowadays. And at the end of the day, I'm just a person who is trying to get a job, go to work, make an income to support me and those who I wish to add to my family later on, and I wish the same thing for other people. That's it. I'm gonna get old one day and I'm gonna die. What am I gonna leave behind? A bunch of hate and malice towards people? For what? What does that add? It does nothing but take away. Yeah, trauma plays a big role in that, but it also takes a constitution to accept the trauma, and I can say that because honestly, the trauma is what's held me back. I had to eventually grow and accept the trauma for what it is. It happened. There is literally nothing I can do about it but accept it and try to learn to grow from it. And so it's just interesting. So that's why I'm continuing this stream. I just want a wholesome place where like people could just come and enjoy the games that I enjoy. We can talk about stuff like this. It doesn't have to be a place of controversy because we don't have to make it one. There doesn't have to be wars over people's different views. You can't win those wars. You can't. Because no two people are the same. So that's just who I am. And the crazy thing is that there are people who hate me because this is the world I wanna create. You telling me you hate me just because I just want the best for you? That just doesn't make sense to me, and it just proves my point even more. And so I don't know. I'm not even trying to hit people in the feels. I think I hit people in the feels because it's just such a pure ideology, and it's just so simple. I'm not trying to upset people. I just want peace. I wake up in the morning, I meet several strangers, all doing things just to get to the next day. Why do we gotta argue?
Got the would-be sacrifices back to Sanctuary. Great job taking care of the
So
kids.
no, I'm sorry if I'm getting deep. I'm sorry if
We owe you our lives, Vault Hunter. Yes, worship the Vault Hunter.
Yeah.
Worship the Vault Hunter.
You try to walk your own peaceful path, and like it makes you immune to these things, and that's what I'm trying to grow in. I feel like I feel like when I finally feel like I say that I'm at peace, then I get tested with something that's just a little bit harder to keep my peace. But it honestly, the more and more I get through it, the more and more stronger I get. But no, I'm sorry if I'm hitting you in the feels. I'm sorry that it can get deep like this. But I think it's more just because we're just so out of touch with that. It's such a pure ideology, and if you actually think about it, it's so easy to have, and then you think even harder about it, and you realize that we don't have it. It becomes a ridiculous. It becomes a ridiculous thing. Hey, Moonwalker, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Well, then you came to the right place. Oh, peace too. Have people coexist without hate. Treat other with respect. Don't apologize. So when I apologize, it's more out of habit. That's how I grew up. But it's not because I'm necessarily sorry. At the end of the day, if you don't like what I'm saying, and I know what I'm saying is, so I'm not gonna say I'm right, but what I'm saying is I'm also not promoting hate. So if you're upset with what I said, you're the one that's promoting hate. So at the end of the day, you could just leave. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to argue over this. I'm not gonna say I'm right because I don't want to be right. I just want to be a guy who just walks through his day, lives peacefully. If you don't like that, then you can go. Please close the door on the way out. So no, me saying that I'm sorry and I apologize is just because like the root of it is that I know what I'm saying can bring a tear to the eye. It can make the emotions well up. But just like I apologize because I said at the same time I want you guys to remember that here I am just playing Borderlands 2 and it's okay. We'll get to the next day. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm apologizing. Just to kind of like tie it back in, like, you know, I'm sorry that your emotions are welling up. I'm sorry what I'm saying is becoming so deep. But we're okay here. You get what I'm saying? Just process it when you're good. Yeah, one day at a time. Just, you know, process it. When we're good, we move on. That's all. We can talk about all these things. We don't have to go beyond that. So I never know who's lurking. I don't know who agrees with me. I don't know who's upset with me. I don't know. It's okay. You know, my brother stops in sometimes and he's like, hey, like he stopped in, I think 2 days ago. He's like, hey, did you check your stats? You're blowing up, man. And I told him, I said, I'm not doing this for the stats. I'm not. I'm very shocked at how far I've come so far. But honestly, like, I think it's just because of how I'm handling it, and it's stuff like this. You know, Digital, who came in, and I don't know if you saw, he came in, he said, hey, I got what I wanted, and stuff like that. He's been coming in a few times, and he's just been talking to me about his issues. I'll get to that in a second, Tianita. Let me just finish the story about Digital. So I think my brother sent me a cam, but I don't have a mailbox key yet. So it's probably just like getting roasted out there or something like that. So I think I do have a cam, but I'm not ashamed to put on a cam. But as for Digital, he's been coming back to my stream periodically and just telling me what he's been doing lately. And like, I'm gonna be honest, he gives me the vibe of somebody who has a lot of issues. So he just comes out front with those issues to like vent, and that's not a problem. But a lot of times that can get a little cumbersome when it's always, oh, this is this issue, this is this issue, this is this issue. But hello, thank you for coming to the stream, Rahovana. Thank you for stopping by. But as you can see, he came in. He's like, hey, you know, like this worked out finally, and I just gave him encouragement. Told him like, yeah, that's how we handle things. Whether we win them or lose them, keep on moving on. And I told him I'm glad that he did good. And then he stopped by, said hi, said thank you, and then left. That's okay in my stream. I'm cool with that. I'm not really doing this for the stats. I just want to play games because I like games, and I just want more people just to understand that we're not alone in this world, and you know, shit happens, and we just move on. Hold on one second because people were chat. I'm gonna go on my phone, trying to see what you said. Just to make sure I answer your question. Give me a second. So what do I go by, or to address me? So my gamer tag is generic J. Some people call me generic. Some people call me J. My name is John. That's why the gamer tag comes into play, because John is such a common name. I always felt like it was a generic name, but at the same time I know that I'm a special person, so I put a J instead of G for generic, so it's both unique. It's kind of like a play on the words, both unique and not. You get what I'm saying? So you can call me any one of those things. My name being the name John has given me multiple nicknames across the years, and I associate my nickname to those who call me that. So, example, my sister calls me John Boy. My older brother, he sometimes, whenever I tell, he calls me John Boy sometimes, but he sometimes calls me Jonathan more often. But not like that. He kind of, because he's from New York, so it's kind of like Jonathan. So I associate that with him. My last name used to be Vasquez, and so when I was in school, people used to call me Junior Varsity because of JV, and I used to associate that nickname to them. I sometimes call myself the man of nicknames, because my name is John. It's so common that it's not unique that people actually just start giving me nicknames instead. And then what I do in turn is associate that nickname to that person. Like, so I've been called multiple names, but like when people call me by my nickname, I know exactly who's calling me. Like I can hear like John Boy in the crowd of like a million people, and I know that my sister is calling me. I can hear Jonathan just like across the way and know that my brother's near. I could hear people call me like Varsity. I'm like, oh, that's one of them high school fools. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's totally up to you. You can call me any one of those. Okay, Sanctuary and Memoriam. Defeat ball. Okay, we'll do that one next.
Ever faked your own death? Tricky stuff. Did it a couple years
I
back
appreciate
to get my
Mama
hero
Toast.
off my trail, but apparently some bandit's been spying on me. He's gonna tell Hyperion
It's a weird
that
concept.
people
People have said that they wish that they had more people like me. Honestly, I appreciate the diversity. I think the only thing I would want for the world is just more people just to take a step back and think for a moment. I think we're too reactive. I think we're quick to just hop the gun, and if we think somebody's trying to harm us, well, we're gonna bite right back. And that's just causing too much controversy. It's causing too much problems, and I'm not about that. I'm also not trying to be some kind of world leader and gather people. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm coming more to terms with. I'm just gonna be just stick with John. Sure, that's fine too. John, like I said, I've come across many nicknames. The only thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna associate Johnny to you. When Teonetta calls me Johnny, oh, I know it's Teonetta. That's what's gonna happen. And so, I just want peace, man. I'm not a guy who tries to jump the gun and start controversy. In fact, the instant I start getting the inclination that some of that's gonna happen, I just remove myself from the situation. I don't want people messing up my peace, because it's all I got. It's all I got in this world right now. So I just won't stick around you. And with that, like I said, with that mentality, what that ends up doing for me is when people don't want to stick around me because they don't like that mentality, I don't judge them for leaving. It's as simple as that. I know the message I'm promoting isn't one that is supposed to promote controversy, but it's still, but apparently being a light in the world still causes controversy. So like, I don't know. I I don't know what to expect. I'm just a dude just trying to get through life. That's why I think my Twitch description is my little oasis. If you want to come in, you can. Like, but I've never been a popular person, so there ain't no popularity to gain. So here's an example. You all want to know something? I have a YouTube channel, and I linked my Twitch up to my YouTube channel. This is probably some self-promotion right now by saying that my YouTube channel exists, but there's a reason why I'm doing it, and it's because one thing I've noticed is that people view my content when I'm not streaming it, and that's because where I'm at. I'm an early morning streamer, so a lot of people miss it because they're working and stuff like that. But I've noticed that they're going back and viewing it, so I'm letting people know that I have my Twitch stuff on my YouTube channel by the same handle, Generic J. You can find me there, and it's gonna have an Uncle Iroh chibi face with him sipping tea, because I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. And sure, that's self-promotion in a sense, but the only reason why I do that is because unfortunately Twitch deletes the videos after a certain amount of time. So I just tell people that's where they're at if they want to go back and see this stuff. So like, it's weird. Like, to continue, I have to do some kind of self promotion. I have to do some kind of like, yeah, follow me on Twitch, or here's my Discord, or blah 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 blah. It's kind of weird. It kind of comes with the territory, but and I may get flack for saying that stuff because it sounds so repetitive and it sounds so shicey because people who don't really care about you want you to do it. I'm doing it because I'm like, yo, if there's something that you missed and you actually genuinely want to see it, here's where it's at. And the only reason why it's been coming up so much is because I've been getting more new people, and I just have to keep on repeating the message. That's it. I'm really not trying to repeat this. If they want to go see it, they can. If they don't, they don't. I'm not doing this. It's weird. I'm doing this for other people, but I'm not. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, this is a place for people to come and just kind of chill, relax, talk about their issues, get stuff off their chest. So I'm doing it for people. And I'm letting them know that my content is still available if they miss something. But it's not to keep your view. It's not to be like, I don't care about you. In fact, I think it's more because I care about you. Because I understand that if you see it, you see it. You don't, you don't. You're an individual person. You work. You got your own life. That's it. So it's like a weird, it's like a weird tightrope that I have to walk.
I like this place. Hyperion should be able to find you here.
Because I'm coming across people that are like, man, you should be affiliate by now. And I'm like, really? Like, the only reason why I want to become an affiliate is just so I can reach out to more people and keep on spreading what I'm trying to spread. But see, the thing about being slightly toxic is apparently that works. There's a couple streams where I don't talk or say anything, and I don't even know if people are there. So like, I don't know, maybe I am boring, maybe I'm not. Like I said, I'm playing a game that I like, so I don't get bored. And I'm hoping that the content I'm pushing is somewhat entertaining for people so they can just come here and relax. Because the people I watch on YouTube, that's what they do. So like, I'm just throwing it out there, I am a Markiplier fan, but for the most part, when I watch his videos, I have it playing in the background while I'm working. Like, I'm not necessarily watching him. And it's because he's chill for me. Whenever I actually watch a YouTube channel that actually has more energy in it, I'm actually watching it. But I can watch some of Markiplier's stuff and be calm. I don't know if like his recent videos, he's playing like Power Wash Simulator, and he's just talking calm, not much. He's just doing his own chill thing. And that's like a perfect YouTube channel for me to watch, or YouTube video to watch for my own personal gain to stay at peace. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. It helps me concentrate. It helps me get through my stuff. Like, that's why I watch certain YouTubers that do stuff like that. So my stuff is somewhat like that in a sense. I just started streaming, and I don't know how far it'll go, but like my hope is that even if like cause like my brother sometimes he doesn't like when people show up on the feed and then disappear without saying hi at least or something like that. And I told him that I don't personally care about that because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they accidentally clicked on my tab. I don't know. Like they're all people doing their own different thing. So I'm not gonna give it the time of day. I'm not gonna give it the energy that would upset me because there's no point. I don't know who stopped by, and I'll never know. The people who want to stay will. The people who want to come here, vent, heal, and grow, and become better of themselves, they're the ones that are gonna stay, and they're the ones that are gonna help me grow my channel. But I'm not gonna give hate to something that I don't know. I don't know who stopped by. Why even give it the energy? I don't know. Maybe I'm a freak of nature. I don't know. I guess I've just gone through so much pain that I just try to avoid it as much as possible. So no, I'm appreciative of what my stream is. I don't care really how big or small it is. If it grows, it grows. I'm just glad that like, just example. Let's say, for whatever reason, my streaming stuff just ended tomorrow. You know what? The people that I got in touch with, and the people that I've influenced so far, you know, they'll go out into the world and they'll understand that it's okay. For whatever my stream is, it's done its piece. But thank you for stopping by, Rahova. Rahovana. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying that right. I don't think I've seen you in my streams before. But thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Ravana? Oh, okay. Not sure why some people would get upset about something that doesn't bear any wider consequences. They get upset because it doesn't bear any wider consequences. The very thing that you're saying that they should not get upset about is why they're not getting upset about it. People who there are people who seek controversy because they need self-gratification. They need to feel like they're right. So when you present them a situation that is all around just like a bland situation, there is no right or wrong, there is no source of consequences, that becomes the consequence. They're mad at something that they can't, you know, defeat. It's that whole concept of being a light in darkness. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, because there are no consequences, they make one. And evidently, if you let them continue, it gets to, and you let them get, and you let them get to you. You get what I'm saying? Like where they upset you, and they finally draw that final wedge that makes them find something that they can't get mad at. Versus if you just maintain your own peace and just outright tell them, hey man, like that's not what I'm about, and just move on. They just you defeat them by letting them defeat themselves. But if you give them a chance to find something about you, so they can say like, "Ha, you're not perfect," or "You have like this is why you're wrong," something like that, and you give them a chance to just so they can feel like they won something. That's when more controversy starts.
let the Bloodshots overrun Sanctuary.
No, you're right, of course.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, Coco, we can talk about boys.
Drama
I'll
sells.
just talk to you once I find the Vault Hunter. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch the news. I don't.
Play hard to get.
But it's just because I'm so used to people just... I'm just so used to people just creating drama and controversy. The messages get to the wrong people and it just spreads like wildfire. Catch a ride, bitch. But no, like once again, thank you for I'm just trying to have fun, man.
Huh. Nobody seems to be around. Just drive up and honk your horn. Maybe this won't be so hard after all.
Yeah, I'm opening the gate.
Hold it, idiots! That don't look like one of our technicals. They're here for a hostage. Get them!
You ain't getting in the dam that way, Pepper.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
Ain't let you in without a truck like theirs.
Like, I don't even know. Like, I think even the games I've streamed is proven that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for myself. And I'm just trying to have fun. I started off with Need for Speed Heat, but my first stream got deleted because I didn't turn on the switch that saves the videos to Twitch. So that happened. But I stopped Need for Speed Heat and went to Far Cry 5. Like, the games I'm playing aren't extravagant, and I know Borderlands 2 is like a fun game. But like it's old. Ellie. I know, but I know I should play what I like.
That was awesome.
But when you have people are like, well, that are like, trying to give me suggestions to get to affiliate and stuff like that, and I'm like, I really just started this so I could just play games and connect with my brother. Like, I really have not lost why I started. And it's just weird because they're like, well, have you played this? Have you tried this? And I'm like, no, I haven't actually.
Don't get me no around here, especially not one so cute. Trying to rescue your pal Roland from the dam, huh? I bet you could fool those Bloodshots if you drove up in one of their custom trucks. I got one right over yonder that I crushed with the driver still inside.
That's interesting, man.
Not bad. Well, I got a vanilla technical in the shop, and most of the parts
But is it Ravana?
all it up with some more of the bandits' trimmings, spikes,
I think Tayonetta
you could probably scavenge that
probably saved me.
patrols around here.
It's hard sometimes with gamer tags, but it's happened to me too. Like, because people are used to the word generic being spelled with a G, that they say it differently because they don't see the play on the word. Bandit parts.
You'll have to blow up some bandit cars and grab the crap from the wreckage. And don't pay them any mind if they start calling you names. Just makes killing them that much more fun.
See, but everybody's different.
So you and my sister are getting along pretty well?
Henrik, Enetic, Enetic,
Of course, she makes fun of the way she looks, so I have to tie you
Hennetic.
to a bed if she sets you on fire. But it's not to be recognized.
That's one part down.
Ray Avana, Ray Avana. Okay. Ray Ivana. Okay.
Yourself to my garage if you're needing a car. Just finished prepping my truck for those bandit parts. Just get a few more and we'll be good to go.
That's just another thing. I try to just make sure I pronounce people's names and their gamer tags the way they want them pronounced. I apologize if I get it wrong.
Keep it up. You're just a few more charred bandits from having arrived at a full dose bloodshot.
Did I get a PS4 yet? I'm playing on a PS4. Or PS5. Okay. No. May not happen anytime soon either. I just moved. And I'm waiting for the job I applied to actually start letting me work there. I was gonna unload trucks for like to fill in the stock of the store, but apparently they want me actually in a higher position, but they have to let the system reset for the person that they just fired. So I don't know. Maybe ask that question when I get close to Christmas time and they actually exist.
You got the parts? Great. Just bring them back and we'll get you
What
rolling.
the? And it may be a personal thing, but I'm used to PlayStations being black. I never really appealed to the white.
Stay the hell away from our caravan, people. We're carrying very valuable stuff for Papa Hodo.
But it is on my list. Like I know eventually I'll get a PlayStation 5. It's just not now. Not now. That wasn't white. That was gray. They went the polar opposite. And I'm not. I mean, there's also those special edition ones that are different colors, but I'm talking like the base. I'm just not used to it being white.
Got your car ready up there. Let's make some modifications and you'll be good to go.
I am. Hit me with a white PS4. Ew. I mean, a white PlayStation 5. So, unfortunately, I do have to become a productive member of society. When I started this stream today, I had the hopes that it would be like maybe 2 hours max. And then my chat comes in and they do stuff that usually distracts my eye. Which is we have engaging conversations and we try to grow as individuals. So I gotta end the stream now because unfortunately, being a person in this world, I have to make an income. And that requires I put down the video games. That requires I get out there. So, Teonetta, Rayavana, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope with the little bit of time that we've had over the stream, you know, we just grow as our own individuals. I wish you guys the best. Honestly, like I don't know what your struggles are. I don't know where you are in your life. It's all you know where you're at. Is what I'm saying. But I wish you guys the best, especially you too, Mama Toast. I know you've been like lurking in behind, but thank you for showing the love. We just I don't know. We just take it one day at a time. Sometimes 1 second at a time. I can only say, like, honestly can say that I can understand that thoroughly. I've gone through some serious stuff that, I mean, I probably should write a book about it now that I think about it. But um, if my stream helps, it helps. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just wish you guys the best. Thank you for stopping by, you know, hanging out with me while I dick around, crack jokes, we share stories. Like it helps me get through the day, and it makes me want to come back and continue to do it more. So, okay, yes. So good luck with the interview. Okay, if anybody's still here, please, wish her the best with the interview. And I love what Mama Tuss does for gaming. If you guys want to, please follow her as well. She's awesome. But I wish you guys the best. Let's move forward. Challenges happen. Shit happens. You know, at the end of the day, let's maintain our own peace and just keep going. And I love people who just stop by. I'm glad that I'm a pit stop on your day and that you decided to come by and just hang out. Let me get this thing off. Like this is what I'm saying. I engage you guys so much and I just don't want to turn it off. And then I'm like, what's one more hour? No, this has been 4 hours and it was supposed to be 2. So I love you guys. I'm gonna cut this off now before I get sucked back in. Let me save and quit this so I don't lose that data. Bye.